La 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 la. La 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 la. She really hates him, it's really true.
Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing.
Good morning. Testing.
Do it 3 times. Testing.
Testing.
Good. You're getting it down. It's been a while. We haven't done a podcast since last week. I think last week's was pretty good. I don't remember. I know out of the last 2 weeks, one of them was pretty good. Like out of the last 2 weeks, say one was an 80, and one was a 90, and one was a 70. So.
Are you having a stroke right now?
No, I'm just saying that's above average.
No, it seemed like you were having a series of small strokes.
Where'd you get that sweatshirt?
From TJ Maxx.
When?
I don't know, 6 to 8 weeks ago.
Oh. Well, welcome to My Wife Hates Me podcast, nationally known throughout the world. I get emails from other countries.
What do people say, like, why do you do the testing in the beginning? Why won't you look in the camera? Do people say stuff like that?
No, people are
why you can't tear yourself away from looking at yourself?
People say, thank God.
We should, you know what we should do? We should cover this. That way you'll just look at the camera.
No, I won't. First of all, this is perfect, and don't start off by complaining. I'm not into
I don't know what else to do. That's how I do it.
Anyhow.
Good comeback.
Scratch my back, please. A little lower. There, right there. Higher. All right, on my balls. So, I just did a week in Vegas. I worked with this girl.
Pick up the pace a little bit.
I worked with this girl, Renee. She was fun. She did.
Okay, I need you to go and swallow all that, whatever juice you got going on now. Little pep, and you're on.
Why don't you swallow your negativity? How about that?
I'm just trying to make it a little better because you're like I can see already you're starting in on like. Eric is a celebrity.
No.
She was great. She was a wonderful. You're starting to sound like that old man in Family Guy. You know, the one that's always trying to get him to come over and eat candy.
Oh, brother.
Remember when Raina was little, she'd always be like, test me on my Family Guy. She'd know every character.
Yeah.
And then we said we go the stupid old guy or whatever. And she was like, couldn't get it. And then she goes, what? He's nice.
Oh my God.
She didn't know it was like only being nice to get.
He was a pervy.
He's a pervy. She goes, what? He's nice.
So I worked with this girl in
Renee?
Yeah, I forget her last name. I could look it up. She was funny. Then one night, I guess the last night, I think she's from Canada.
What?
And then her friend from Canada came to visit her. So.
And what club was this? Please.
The Plaza in Las Vegas on Friday, Saturday.
Uh-huh.
So we walked down.
What's going on?
I think Fremont. Like, I'm not familiar with downtown Vegas. I usually do the Strip.
Mm-hmm.
And I just was so disgusted at everything. And she was videotaping me. And she clipped like 5 little things, like angry guy from Jersey. Like I would see like girls dancing half not wearing clothes. And I'd be like, ugh. You know, she did like 5 little clips. It was kind of funny.
What man doesn't like half-naked ladies?
It's just so gross. They don't want anything to do with you, and they're up there, and you're just staring like some creepy guy.
You just don't like. You get jealous that they're getting attention, right?
No.
Is that a little bit what it is?
No, not at all. I don't care. I'm not going to get up there and dance. They're not taking work away from me. I'm just not a fan of, big crowds like that walking down the. I think it's Fremont.
You're not
maybe.
A fan of big crowds?
No, outdoors, walking through them and loud. And a band playing out there, old men dressed as young rockers.
Uh-oh. Who's that?
Me. Excuse me. I have a toad in my throat. What?
A toad in your throat?
I had a toad in my throat. And
Don't people usually say frog?
yeah, those.
You're more original.
I'm more. I'm advanced.
Oh.
Yeah, I have a toad in my throat.
Okay.
So she did these little clips, and it was kind of funny. Then I went with her and her friend. I drove them Friday night to Dirty at 12:30. Then I got my other friend on, Sarah. Wait,
I don't know if I can do this much longer, honestly.
You ever forget somebody's name that you know really well?
Listen. Yes, many times.
Tara.
But like
from Yonkers, I got Tara.
You're not giving any information that's in any way entertaining or.
No, they're learning.
No, it's just listing stuff you did.
Well, then we went to Dirty at 12:30, and there's like a million.
No, this is gonna be a story. What's the story here?
No, there's like a million.
I
comics.
bet there's a good story in this one.
A million comics, and I walk in, and it's like fucking. They're all kissing my ring and stuff.
Did they really? Did anyone actually kiss your ring?
No. Not physically.
Metaphorically.
Yeah, mentally too. Rich Voss walks in and they're like, ooh. And then my friend,
Did you hear a lot of this? Did you hear a lot of this?
Your car came in. Hold on. Hello?
Hey, Ted?
Yeah. It's Rich.
Oh, Rich, I'm sorry. So we called the auction back up,
Yes.
and they said it shouldn't be that much longer.
Well,
That's your choice, because you went online.
I-
45,000, so, it's up to you. If you don't want it, we can...
I'll let you know later, but this is exactly what you told me before.
I know.
But it's the same thing you told me before, so I said,
Yeah, I can't do nothing about it. Whatever they... So, we've had, people have been waiting. I mean, they realize that...
What are we doing?
all right.
Waiting, so it's up to you.
All right, I'll let you know. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I like that he says it's up to you. It's like Of course, it's up to me.
Bonnie, all right, I'll finish my story, then I'll get into that story.
No, just quickly, because that just happened. So that was my car. I still haven't gotten my new car because there's an issue.
It's not new. It's a year old.
Okay, it's new to me.
She's getting it through a guy that goes to the auctions and buys cars, a dealer. You got to explain things.
A broker. Well, I think we already did explain it, but anyway, yeah. So there's a problem with the
She didn't get the title.
So it's been 3 weeks
Over.
since
3 weeks in a day.
but I didn't actually pay for it yet. So
Well, I called him this morning because that's what I do. I take control over matters.
anytime there's going to be any arguing or anything, I say, you know what? Let's let this angry New Jerseyan do it.
That's like our videos we did in Vegas on Fremont Avenue. I think it's Fremont.
With Renee.
Renee. I don't know her last name. I should look up her last name. I will.
Okay,
and maybe
let's just call her Renee. Let's look up her last name. Okay, carry on now. So that was how Rich
So I
speaks
called him
to
this
people.
morning.
He goes, you just told me the exact same thing.
Well, he
most
did.
people would be like, I know, but most people would let that go and just be like, oh, okay. All
No,
right.
but he's
you're
still-
like, you always have to hold people's feet to the fire.
No,
You're like,
but why is he-
Didn't you just call and tell me that?
I called him in 40 minutes ago. I said, listen, it's been 3 weeks. We might go get a new car. He's like, all right, well, I wouldn't get a new car because it's...
this price is so good.
Well, the price is good, but plus, it's going to snow again, and who wants that under their car? The salt and stuff. It's not good to drive in the snow because you get salt under and it erodes. So
Erodes?
yeah, erosion.
Erodes.
Erodes or erodes. Either way.
It's really not either. Language doesn't really work that way. It's like there is one right way.
Yeah. Erosion. So erodes, like I said.
Okay.
I think I said it. I don't remember.
Of course, as my husband, I have to say you're always right. Even if you're not.
Whoa, blink, blink, blink.
It's not a blink, it's a what?
A wink, a
Yeah.
blink. It's the same thing.
No, a blink and a wink are different. Blink is 2, wink is 1. Are you just learning this for the first time?
Press or push.
Hi. Where are you going to look? There you go.
And so I called him. I said, listen, we might get a new car. Oh, do what you got, you know.
Stop pulling on your neck.
He's like, I have extra neck.
Stop
man.
it. It's like, why pull on it? It's like hurting me to
Like,
look
it
at.
doesn't look like extra neck here. It looks good when you...
Straight on.
Then when you go, oh, look at neck. Then, neck. So,
You could get it fixed, you know.
there's nothing to
But,
fix. It's
but
not
doing
broken.
this and pulling it down probably isn't helping.
So he said, you know, I'll let you know as soon as possible. You know, we get the title or whatever. And that was 40 minutes. And then he called me back and told me the exact same thing. But what
I know, but most people are just like, okay, thanks for calling.
I did, I said,
He
this
said
guy-
he called the guy, the auction. That was the new information.
he said he's been doing that anyhow.
Well, he's trying to like keep
No.
you from going somewhere else, even though it's your choice.
No, I guarantee they want you to go somewhere else.
Listen.
They want to take
People
the...
must just be like, this dude. Because anytime somebody says something wrong to you, you let them have it.
I don't let them have it. I'm very patient.
We just listened to you on the phone.
Listen, I'm doing this for you.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so I don't want to be bugged for something that I shouldn't be bugged for. Do you understand? Does that make sense?
No.
It does. I'm doing this for you. And if you have to get a new car, of course I have to go with you to Lexus and take control. And that's what I do. I take control. All right. And I I wasn't mean to him. I just said, wait, you just told me this. I mean, if you're calling with new information, I would have said thank you. But if someone kept calling you going, it's raining out, and then they call you in
He hasn't been
40
calling. He didn't
minutes.
call us for 3 weeks. You called him this morning.
Yeah.
Then he was like, wanted to tell you, like, hey, I just called them. They said it shouldn't be too much longer. You're
Well,
like,
he should have been doing that for the last 3 weeks. Or when I called him this morning, he should have said, oh, I called him yesterday. Or I called him the day before. You don't
he's
call
just
him.
keeping you update. Well, that's the same thing. But even if it was
Listen, do you
one
want...
phone call where
You
it's
know
the same
what?
thing. Listen, it's an interesting... Own it. This is who
No,
you are. Then, if you
yeah.
like how you are, then own it. But don't say you don't do it.
I didn't say I didn't do it, but I wasn't
you make
mean.
people. I'm not saying you're mean, but it's like nobody else would do that. Everyone else
yes.
would be like, "Oh, okay, thanks for calling."
No. If it was 2 days apart, but
No,
I just
nobody
talked to
would be
him-
like, "Hey, that's exactly what you told me earlier."
Yeah, you're not giving me any new information.
I know, but
Yes, I want new information.
okay, carry on.
But I'm just telling him that's what he just told me. Maybe he, I don't know. Listen, I wasn't being me. I go, yeah, I know. Give me some new info on the car.
All right, carry on. What was the other Vegas story you wanted to get into?
Well, then I got my friend Tara on Dirty at 12:30. They put her first, and she killed. And then I don't know
with a lot of ladies in Vegas.
Oh, that's what I do, baby. I'm a ladies' man. Because they know they're safe with me. Because my neck gets in the way.
No, come on.
So, I didn't go there with Tara. I like Tara. She's,
She lives in Vegas. If you
No,
don't
Tara
stop,
doesn't live in
If you don't
Vegas.
stop doing that with your fingers, I'm gonna break them off. I can't.
Tara lives in Yonkers or up there. Her and her fiance, Mike. I like him too. Mm-hmm. And I got her into Uncle Vinny's.
What was she doing in Vegas?
She was doing a private show or something. And then she has to do a guest spot where I was working, but I couldn't get her a guest spot.
Is her fiance a comedian?
No, he owns a bar, like a Mexican restaurant. They do comedy there once a month or something. I did a show there, small, but it was cool. Good food, good crowd. So then I went there, and I got them on. They both killed, and they got tons of work out of it. But I was leaving, and that girl Renee, her other friend from Canada, wanted to leave, and I wanted to leave. But now this girl Renee's talking to everybody, trying to get work, and she is getting other work from people there at the show, and she's holding us up. And I'm like, I want to leave because I had to get up the next morning early.
Mm-hmm.
And
Why couldn't you just take an Uber?
who, me?
Yeah.
It was my car.
Oh.
I didn't
Why
want to just
couldn't
leave
she
her.
just-
She could have, but I'm not going to just drive her friend back to the hotel and leave her there. But her friend wanted to leave the casino because there was too much smoke in that casino, which I got back to my hotel and I was coughing, and but they both got a lot of work out of it, so that was good. And then I left there, the plaza, and I said, you know what, I want to stay a couple extra days. And I did 3 nights at the Cellar and just killed it. Such a good room. They were both good rooms. The plaza's more of a showroom. It's a big showroom, and that was cool. And then the Cellar's like a comedy club, and I had to close. And the guy before me, this guitar guy, Dennis Blair, has the coolest stories because he used to open for George Carlin, Joan Rivers, who else? Dangerfield. He was their opening act. He does parodies and stuff, and he has the coolest stories. Really cool.
Can you tell one of those?
I don't remember them. I just know they were cool stories.
Great. So just
I talked to him.
Bit of listing. Yeah.
It's not listing. I'm saying the guy has cool stories. He opened for Dangerfield.
I know, but then you'd be like this, and then you would tell a story that he
Well, they're his stories. Why would I tell his stories?
Because then it doesn't matter why you're saying it. It's like, think about the listener.
No, think about the listeners.
What do we give a shit?
Because maybe they'll go, oh, Dennis Blair has cool stories. Let me go get his book.
No,
and then read the
stop.
stories.
Oh, my God. Go away.
This is called promoting. If I see a good movie, I would go, oh, that movie was great. You should see it.
Yeah, and you're not good at that either.
Yes, I am.
No, it's just like listing a movie that you liked. It's like, oh, because if you like suspense or it has a really great twist in the third act or whatever, but you don't say stuff like that. You're just like, that's good. I fell asleep in that one.
Is that how I talk? You're holding your coffee like you're a socialite. Like you're fucking drinking coffee at Tiffany's.
How is that drinking coffee at Tiffany's?
It's just drink your coffee. Quit sitting there like you're fucking on some morning show and I'm a guest or something. You're trying to be like Kelly or whatever.
Your ex-wife?
No. Kathy Lee or Kelly or whatever. Sitting there.
I'm not going to help you because I know what you're saying, but I don't want to help you.
Yeah. What's their names? Oh, look at you. Ugh, I hope you spill it. So, you're such a... What are you thinking? You really think there's something special? Look at you. Oh.
Well, we've got a great show today. We've got a lot of guests coming on, and we're going to take a break. And we'll be right back after these messages. Stay tuned. Listen, stop doing that to me. This is how we would have our morning show.
Are we back?
No, we're not back yet. I was
Then why are you holding
starting a fight with you.
Oh.
God damn it. I can hold my fucking coffee cup any way that I want to. And we're back. Hi. And you want to introduce our next guest?
Oh, I can't do this anymore.
You didn't even start.
Well, listen, I'm
can't help
coming
but
up with
listen.
all
nothing else
all these good stories about
Are they
Vegas.
good stories? Renee, can't remember her last name, took a video of me. I don't like girls that are naked, and I
No.
don't enjoy crowds, and there was too much smoke, and I wanted to leave, and she was getting to work, and...
Tara, too. You want me to show you the videos?
No.
They're on Instagram.
I'll put it on your own Instagram.
I don't know how.
Get your guy to do it.
No way. Wait, let's see.
No, not now.
No,
Stop.
no.
Put your phone down.
I'm just
Put
gonna-
your phone down.
First of all,
Enough with your phone. It's already a bad enough podcast with you and your gum and your juice and your stories. And then there was a guy, and he's got great stories, really good stories.
Oh, they were great. I mean,
I won't tell you what they are, but
he opened for everybody. And then he went on, he killed, and I went on last at the Cellar every show. And then,
oh, you worked with my ex-boyfriend.
yeah, he hosts, Mark is the host.
Is that awkward ever?
No.
Does he ask about me?
Is how you doing or whatever, and, you know.
Does he say, is that pussy still good and tight?
Ugh. I go, how would I know if he asked that? So, and then I met this other girl, Monique Marvez. She was nice. And the first night I worked with Tom Rhodes, I didn't know he got divorced. He got divorced. Like 3 years. His wife was so nice.
Now, when we met them, they
met them. I knew them for years.
Okay, whatever. But when we hung out with them that time.
We're in Holland?
Yes. And also then again in L.A., I think.
We hung out with them in L.A.?
I think so.
Okay.
Somewhere else. Maybe it was a festival somewhere.
In Amsterdam.
But anyway, yes, right, Amsterdam. But then I saw her again. I met her again somewhere else. But they didn't have an actual home. They just traveled from place to place. And I remember thinking that's a recipe for disaster. And it turns out I was right.
Well, he's a nice guy. She was nice. Maybe it just didn't work out. It's not always disaster. You know.
Need a home. She was just lugging everything she owned all over the place.
No, I'm sure they had a storage unit. She wasn't lugging everything. Just some clothes. Is that what you mean?
I guess.
I don't know. I didn't get into the details. You know, all I know is, remember when Rainey used to do the impression of Tom Rhodes?
Oh,
What'd she
yes.
call him? Tom Rowe? You were great.
Tom Rhodes. No, I don't remember what she called him, but
After
Tom Rose.
Yeah, you were great. I love you.
She said that she did an impression of you talking to Tom Rhodes while I was there, and she was little. How old was she? She had to have been like 6 or 7. 6. And she was like, "Oh, hi, Tom."
No, it was Tom saying to me, "You were great." Then looks at you.
Yeah, that's right. He was like talking to you, but he wouldn't talk to me.
Yeah.
And then he'd go, "Oh, hey, Bonnie. Oh, hi, Rich."
What'd she say, gay and stuff? She was like 6 or something.
I don't remember her saying gay, but I just remember her like, he was into you. And she wasn't wrong. That's exactly how it was. He was like, I would try to talk to him, and he had no interest in me, but whenever you were around, he was like, "Oh, hi, Rich." No,
he wasn't like, "Oh, hi," because we were friends. I've known him forever.
Right.
You know, and then you don't see anybody. You know, you like comic friends. We didn't call each other, but I've known him forever, you know. And
well, she was doing
so funny. It was back at the hotel. She let me do Tom Rowe. She said, or Rhodes? No.
I think it was Rose, R-O-S-E, she was saying.
Yeah.
But it doesn't matter. But
she was like 6 or 7. She was funny. That was a fun time in Amsterdam. Mm-hmm. And we went to England together, Amsterdam. We traveled the world together.
Well, that's just those 2 places.
Canada.
You're going to Cancun.
No, I'm not, you idiot. I'm going to fucking Aruba.
Oh, Aruba. Okay, wow. That was harsh.
Well, you attack me all the time when I say something wrong, when I went erodes.
I didn't attack you. I corrected you. There's a huge difference. I didn't go, "Oh, you fucking idiot. It's erodes." Okay? I said, erodes? No, erodes. And then you said, "It's erodes," and you wouldn't back down from it, even though you're wrong 100% of the time. Okay? So you still think it's erodes. Next time you talk, you'll say erodes. And, fine. Go ahead. Who cares?
Nobody.
So you're going to Aruba
Tuesday, and I come back Friday. I'm just going for a couple of days. It seems like it's going to be a lot of work to do this. I got to start today. I got to fill out paperwork and do this and that and get the what tests did you get when you went to Canada? How'd you do it?
A PCR test. I got a rapid.
Is that the test I took when I did the benefit?
Do you know what microphones are?
When I did the benefit, that's the test I took, right? The PCR?
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
But
Go.
You need to get a rapid one because you have to get a test within 72 hours or whatever. And sometimes the free tests that you can get from different places, they don't come back in time, which I've had happen.
Well, if I do it today, but it's got to be 3 days before. So today is
No, it doesn't
Thursday.
have to be 3 days before. It has to be within that 3-day window. You could do it the day of your flying. You just have to get the results back in time.
Yeah, but a 3-day window. So if I'm flying Tuesday, I have to get the test
Monday or
What-
Sunday.
Sunday, Monday,
What
right?
time are you flying out on Tuesday?
Oh, I don't know, 2:00 or something.
Okay,
Why?
well, I guess Saturday at 2 is the last time you can get your test.
Or it's the earliest I can take my test.
Right.
So where do I go Saturday?
Well, I'll give you the information when
That's
we're
what
done
I'm
this
asking.
podcast.
Well, where did you go? Where did you go?
Here in Hillsborough, and I paid $199.
Insurance doesn't cover it.
You have to submit to your insurance on your own, which I submitted and I still didn't get mine back yet.
Why?
I don't know.
How did you submit it? You sent a receipt or something?
I did it like online.
Seems like a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. It's very complicated.
I'm going for just like 2 days. Tuesday,
But
Wednesday,
it's worth
Thursday.
it to do the $199 because otherwise you're just like, oh, what if my test doesn't come back in time? Then you're fucked.
Well, but if I'm okay, then when I go there, I got to get one to come home 3 days. If I go in there,
Well, probably
Tuesday-
you only need an antigen test to come home. The United States is not as strict as other countries.
Oh, I don't want to get stuck in Aruba because you got to stay in a room.
Well, don't get COVID while you're there. Then you're fucked.
Well, you know, I try to be as. Well, now you get a little more lax lately.
I read this thing that like people were going on vacation and then getting like getting tested positive for COVID on their way home. Weren't able to come home, and then they were like, booking like private planes home for like $35,000 and stuff. So they didn't have to stay 10 days in a government sanctioned hotel. Because basically what happens is like they don't have any more hotel rooms for you. And the hotel's not going to let you stay there if you have COVID. So you have to go to like this government sanctioned COVID hotel, which is probably not that nice.
And you can't leave the room.
If you could leave for 15 minutes a day.
What do you do about food?
You have to order it to your room.
Do they pay for the hotel?
I think that some places stop it. It's cheaper or it's paid for by the government. But I don't know every place. I don't know every country. And I don't know Aruba.
What does Aruba fall under? What country?
I don't know where Aruba is.
That way.
Oh.
You go
Like,
down.
did you look it up on a map?
I've been there before, but it's like a 4-hour flight. You can't even get upgraded even with miles. It's impossible because, like, I flew home from Vegas. I used to get upgraded just being a million-mile flyer. Now I go, all right, I'll pay the extra 20,000 miles to get upgraded. And they still put you on the list and you can't get upgraded.
When I flew to Canada, there was like over half of first class was empty. Is that weird?
Well, people that go to Canada are going home and they don't care about, But when you're going to places like Aruba or Vegas, people are going on vacation, so they want to, go in first class. There's not a lot of people going on vacation to Canada in the winter.
Okay, thank you.
You see the difference? You see what I'm saying?
No.
You do. You
No.
do. It's not personal. It's not bad.
I think Air Canada wasn't bumping people up. I don't know why. I was like, I don't like this airline. fact that they leave empty seats
In first class?
in first class. Give your customers some first class seats. Bump somebody up.
Well,
I paid for my first class, so I was in there.
well,
I didn't have to worry about it.
going to Aruba, there's a lot of open seats, so I didn't use the miles. I'm waiting to see. It's not even an expensive flight. It's only like $300 round trip.
Oh, wow.
That's not much.
Why don't you just pay for first class?
Well, because I'm not making it. The gig doesn't pay any money, really. You're
Oh.
just doing it to go on vacation.
By
But I'm
yourself?
well, I asked if you wanted to go.
I mean, it was like you asked me yesterday,
yeah, me
you
too.
want to go on Tuesday to Aruba? I was like, what? It's
Yeah.
too quick.
It's too quick for me, too. But I can't keep turning the guy down. He'll never use me there. You know.
Tell him to book me, like, next winter.
All right, we'll see what happens. You know, I would love, but what, you know, I would take you anyway.
Plus, I got to do my, I got to part in a movie.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. Get me in.
I don't know if I can. The director came to the stand. I almost didn't go in because it was supposed to blizzard and stuff. But also, they have to stop doing this thing with the, every time it snows, it's like a blizzard. Stay in, go get your groceries,
They try to scare everybody.
The one thing we used to have was good weather intel, Your neighbor told you the weather was going to be, you're like, yeah, you believed it. And now they're fucking ruining that.
Wait, but back in the day, you went to your neighbor for weather info?
So sometimes I didn't look at the weather and then, well, yeah. Up until this year, I got all my weather intel from the neighbors. Or sometimes Raina, she'd get it from her teachers. They'd say, oh, there's going to be a blizzard tomorrow. And then you'd be like, oh, okay. And then you prepare and there was a blizzard. Now everyone's like, oh, there's a blizzard. It's supposed to 19 inches, blah, blah, blah. Barely anything. That's just a snowfall. That's not a blizzard. That's a bit of snow.
I agree with you on this.
They're like, oh, don't go in. Don't do this. I almost canceled.
Don't go in. Oh, it's in New York?
Don't
They
go.
said
Don't
to
try.
you-
They said they called me.
It said, Bonnie, don't go in.
Murphy called me directly and said, "Don't. I understand you got some sets tonight in the city. Don't go." No, they're like, don't go on the roads. Stay off the roads. They're making big proclamations here. It's like enough, and then it's fine. So anyway, I went into the city.
Well, but first of all, nobody would say big proclamations. They would say,
What? Don't say no one would say. Say, oh, me and my dumb friends would never use these words. Okay? I'm not educated.
I'm very educated.
Oh, really? What grade did you go to? What grade did you finish? Well, let's see. How are you going to spin this into you're very educated? Because I believe now what's going to happen is street smarts. I got street smarts, which you don't even have that, pal.
Oh, I do.
This is Dunning-Kruger in full effect. Let's see how he gets out of it. I don't know what Dunning-Kruger is. Oh, I've only explained it on the podcast 27 million times.
What do you have? A new speech or something?
I listen to you.
I'm very...
This is you on the podcast. What testing? 1, 2, 3.
I know.
This is you. I was in Vegas.
No, I was telling...
I was in Vegas with someone. I can't remember their name. Someone else told me stories. I can't remember any of them. That's you.
No.
That's you. Okay? At least I have a little bit of energy.
Look at my energy. There.
You're rubbing your neck like you're some kind of fucking lizard. I don't know what has the big thing on the...
A lizard? Salamander?
You're like a fucking salamander. Just
Gecko?
Like, I don't need insurance.
You're such a cornball. All right, so
my point is, shut the fuck up.
So you went into the stand and a director was there.
And a director was in the show, and it wasn't a great show, and I kind of got a little, testy with the audience, and then I started, doing some crowd work, which worked out well for me, and then I went into the green room. I was like, I don't feel like, and then Chris texted me, they want to talk to you upstairs. So then I went upstairs, and there was a producer and the director and his fiance, and we had a little conversation, and gave me the part.
Ugh.
Really interesting. The most supportive husband on the planet, ladies and gentlemen. I got a part in a movie. Ugh.
No, it's great. Well, how did they know you? From where? The podcast?
The producer of the movie knew me, met me, I guess, a couple times or whatever.
Where?
He did stuff on that short film I made.
What short film?
Anything Boys Can Do, starring Nikki Glaser. I won Best Director at some film festival.
Did you get an award?
Yeah.
Why don't you put it out on the mantle?
I don't remember what I did with it.
I got to put my award. We'll just put all of our awards together.
Oh, now you're trying to twist it back. By the way, I told you 70 times, don't do that with the gum, and you just did it.
What?
Why wouldn't you put a fresh piece in, get it chewed, and then do the podcast? Instead of having an old piece that you're going to have to switch halfway. It's a fucking 45-minute podcast. Like, you can't
Sometimes it goes 50.
But you can't, just keep the... Because now you got to, loosen up a new piece of gum.
Loosen it up.
Cause anyway, yes.
That's cool.
I'm so sorry that this is not about you. But go back to telling us your fucking Vegas stories.
Oh, they were good stories. I don't really a lot of times get in depth with my stories.
No, you
because I have so many. I have too many.
Okay. We'll focus on one that's interesting. Okay. This is going to be me. Would you honestly, I'm going to take over the podcast now and just start the way you do. You never hey, how are you? What's going on with you? No, that's never you. You're like this.
You never go, hey, what's going on with you? How are you? You don't do it.
I don't get to speak until halfway through, till I get fucking frustrated.
What are you, like a Jewish grandmother now?
I don't. No, this is okay. Hi, test.
All right.
Test. I did laundry yesterday. I did did 4 loads of laundry.
Oh, I got a bunch of stuff to bring down. Get it?
I made some soup yesterday.
What kind?
I made chickpea and rice soup. Ooh, cat and a dog having a little interaction.
Go ahead. What else?
What else? Go fuck yourself. I'm making a point.
That's what I'm saying. What else did you do yesterday?
I don't remember.
Well, you know what Bonnie did? What I noticed when I got home last night? And she shoveled part of the driveway.
No, I shoveled the whole driveway. What are you talking about?
You did one strip where your car goes out.
Yeah. What?
That's not the whole driveway.
Well, get in and out. That's the whole point, isn't it? Oh, I didn't realize I had to fucking, it's going to melt.
Yeah.
Right?
So, yeah.
So you just want to get in and out.
Well,
I don't understand. What is the problem that you're
when
having?
I plow.
Well, first of all, you use the snowblower, which you wouldn't allow me to use.
I didn't say don't use it. First of all, I said if it's over 3 inches or 4 inches, it's not that great. It's okay for
it was
lights
like an inch and a half.
You didn't even have to shovel that.
Yeah, you would have got stuck. Maybe it was a little more than that.
Well, anyhow, I never said don't use a snowblower. Don't exaggerate or make things up. Never once did I say don't use it. I said
I'll exaggerate and make things up if I fucking want to.
You will exaggerate if you want to.
Okay. I don't want you to be boring and chew your gum.
What does that mean?
You just told me 2 things. I just told you 2 things.
What are you talking about?
You said don't exaggerate or make things up. Well, you don't be boring and chew gum.
Oh, you're so... Yeah. Well,
Oh, good response.
yeah, well, you can use a snowblower anytime you want. You don't know how. I'll teach you how if you want.
I could figure it out.
No, you couldn't.
Anyway, it didn't matter. I wanted to do it manually.
How did you find the shovel?
I looked out on the back porch and it was sitting right there.
It's a good shovel, isn't it?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I still don't understand what was wrong with I was proud of my shoveling.
No, you did great, but I'm surprised you didn't do the whole driveway knowing I was
Why?
coming home.
You were coming home in 5 days. Did you think it would be melted by now?
It's not.
It normally is.
All right.
Well, it'll be melted today.
Why? What's today?
Huh?
Why? What's today?
Just because
It's supposed to get warm or something? What are you looking at?
8 degrees.
That's not 8 degrees. That's 8 your dumb Celsius. Here's
So
what
it's still 8 degrees.
It's not 8. No one knows. It's not 8 degrees. Look.
Oh, my God.
Here we go. It's 41 degrees and raining. 41 degrees. If no one knew you were talking a Celsius, and I don't want
Don't
to
you
go
think it's
through this.
easier? I don't want to go into this again. But
Neither do I.
if 0 is freezing, 8 degrees above 0 is like, oh, that's pretty nice. You got to go 32 plus 8.
No, 9, 41. And if someone who was listening to your podcast doesn't know anything about Celsius or imperial system, they would go, 8 degrees. Oh, shit, it's fucking cold out. So you're giving misinformation. It's 41 degrees. High today will be 49, low 35. American.
Yeah, so it'll melt.
And if you want to know, Friday, oh my goodness, 54, but it's raining. If it wasn't raining, I'd play golf at 54 degrees. It's going to start warming up soon. I can feel the spring
Wow,
coming.
you took something that was not very interesting and just spiraled it right down into
What?
I mean,
What? I said it's warming up. You know, it will have another cold
we have
front.
a weather segment now. By the time this gets out, it's like old news.
First of all, we don't have a weather segment because we don't have...
I know, you just did one, though.
Because you gave the wrong information.
I didn't.
Oh, my God.
You don't think this podcast, people from Canada listen to this podcast?
About probably 10.
They do. More than 10.
You think so? Well, we are known worldwide. I get emails from all over.
Oh, my God. You're just... Is this what you do on other people's podcasts?
No, I kill it.
Wow.
But this is like 500.
Are you coming to my gig tonight?
Yeah, man. I'm coming
Okay.
so they could see Rich Voss.
Are you going to do a guest spot?
No.
You can if you want.
Nah.
If they see you and then you don't go on, they're going to be mad. I'll make Ken Krantz follow you.
No. He followed me at the Stress Factory.
The cat and dog are having it out.
My wife and I have a baby girl.
Same opener for 7 years.
My wife and I just had a baby girl 8 years ago.
No, I wonder how old his daughter is.
27.
No, she's
No.
like 6 or 7.
All right, we got to wrap this up.
Okay. Oh my God, I'm so tired.
Well,
We don't have anything good yet.
what do you mean?
Like
Yeah,
a clip.
I don't do this for the clips. I do this for the entertainment value.
Oh, well, then we didn't do any entertainment value.
Are you kidding me? What? Why do all girls make that face in the same
When
movie?
they're not, all girls don't make that face. It's the common denominator is you. When you're talking, people go, mm-hmm.
They go, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Come on.
I'm trying to think if I have any more Vegas stories.
No, we don't want Vegas stories. And also, when you're in Aruba, you're going to come back. And it was nice weather, and I golfed, and I did shows were good, and I didn't get bumped up to first class, and that was my trip. See, I could do it before you even go.
I'm looking forward.
So you think that's like not a good story?
No, you covered a lot. See, you know what it is? It's like they call me Rich Cliff Notes. That's what I do.
Yeah, but nobody wants to like listen to Cliff Notes.
I was pretty explanatory when it came to when I went to the Dirty at 12:30. You know, Renee and Tara did great. I hope they got a lot of work. You know, that girl Monique is very funny. Monique Marvez. She was.
I don't know who she is.
Yeah, she's been around for a long time, and she just did that special with Carol Montgomery, Women of a Certain Age. I think they've done like 3 of them. Mm-hmm. And she just did it. Very funny. She had a radio show in California, and you know. Anyhow, she was nice. You know, that's all I got. What do I got coming up? I got a lot of stuff coming up. I mean,
do you think this is me?
Wisconsin coming up. I got Vegas again, the Cellar at the end of the month. All my dates are on richvoss.com. I got a lot of stuff
I'm
coming
going to
up.
have to cancel a date. Do you hate doing that?
Not
You're going
a-
to yell at me?
What date? Oh, we got Valentine's Day. We're doing
Oh,
that.
yeah. But where is it? Do you remember?
It's at a private club, so it doesn't matter.
Oh. No, I have to I think I have to cancel March 4th, which I don't remember where it is, but I know I have a March 4th. But I have to go to LA.
Is it on your website?
No, I don't. You really want to bring up website?
You don't have
We
a-
almost got fucking divorced over that.
Oh, did we? We didn't ever almost get divorced. All right.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I thought you said you'll never get divorced.
That one I was like, this guy, I can't do this.
What?
Well,
You would get divorced now?
my age? Is that what you're going to
I
say?
didn't say your age. At the point in
I'll
your
be
life.
fine. I don't need dick anymore, okay?
It's quite obvious.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, but you need somebody to call about your car.
yeah, I'll just fucking, like, I don't know. I'm sure I'll still have dudes that are, like, hanging around.
Yeah. You mean you'll just wake up and it'll be like 4 dudes in your house just hanging
No,
around?
just you call him and you're like, hey, I'll be like, Ken, you want to do
Ken?
this gig? And then he'll be like, yeah. And I'll be like, well, first you have to come and help me get a car.
I watched The Last Duel on the plane.
Did you enjoy it? A lot of rape in that movie.
There was only one.
I know, but they showed it so many times.
It was okay.
Okay.
It was a little miscast.
Are you sure this is important to tell?
It was okay. Ben Affleck was good. I'm looking, I'm going, oh, that's Ben Affleck. But him and Matt Damon
Well,
did
how are you saying his name?
Ben Affleck.
Oh, you say it like that.
Well, how do you say it?
Why are you so angry? I say it the way that he says it.
Ben Affleck.
Ben Affleck.
That's what I said.
You're saying flick. I'm saying fleck. What? These are cheap. These make a difference. It'd be like saying Viss or Voss. You want people to say Rich Viss?
It's not the same.
Flick
I said
or
Affleck.
fleck?
Affleck.
Affleck.
It was okay for the plane. It wasn't bad.
I can barely listen to you. Like, I honestly don't know how other people could do it.
Well, I'm telling them.
Give the people something good and interesting. Oh my God.
Let's see.
Do you think there's women that watch this podcast and are like, "Ooh, that Rich Voss, man,
Yeah.
that neck and."
Hey, listen, I'm in fucking good shape. I didn't eat well in Vegas. I didn't eat well at all. I got to get back on my diet.
Did you eat meat?
No, but I did take a bite. I thought it was tuna, and it was chicken salad.
Was it hard to not eat it?
Yeah, I kept looking at it going, fuck, I just finished it, but I didn't. It was at the United
Did you
Club.
swallow?
Yeah. And then I said to the person, is this tuna? And they go, no, it's chicken
Oh, I
salad.
thought you were making a joke like you blew them and then were like,
Oh, yeah.
you swallowed and then you were like, hey.
Is that your cock? Is that your cum?
You can't swallow if you're vegan. You know that, right?
That's bullshit.
That's a byproduct.
I don't know. Let's try it out and see. Yeah, get it? I'm so hungry. I gotta go to the store. I'm gonna go get some egg salad and tuna. Oh.
Oof, you ripe.
What do you mean ripe? What does that mean?
Smelly.
I just took a shower. I'm not smelly.
Oh.
Are you crazy? I don't know what I'm doing. See, you're just throwing out misinformation nonstop. Anyhow, go to richvoss.com. Bonnie puts her dates on Instagram. In her story. Your story. That's so dumb. Everything's so dumb.
Okay.
In my story. I didn't have a lot today. I'm not going to lie. I didn't have a lot today. I'm a little tired. I flew in last night from Vegas. You know, I got home. I haven't even unpacked.
But what,
I'm
this isn't
tired.
helping. Okay, but this is.
I just want them to
But then,
know.
ask me a question instead of just sitting there staring
All right.
at yourself.
All right.
You could be like,
All right, I'll ask you, do I seem tired?
yes. Okay, I gotta go. Thank you, everyone, for listening.
Yeah.
Sorry about this podcast.
No, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I'm just
but
very
every
tired.
time it's some excuse.
No, I don't give excuses. Just when I
Really?
do. Yeah. I'm
What do
tired.
you love so much about looking at yourself?
I can't do this today. I'm tired. We got to wrap it up. I don't have anything today. You know, I mean, I try to lead you into stuff. I try to set you up. You know.
To say that's boring? Don't talk about that. Then you talk about something even more boring. I go, okay, not that either. Then
Here, take a look at the videos.
no, I gotta go. Rich, stop. Come on.
What do you mean, come on?
Because you're doing stuff that doesn't belong on a podcast.
There's no rules for a podcast.
Yeah, there are.
There's no rules.
So let's just go on our phones then. Let's just go on our phones.
Oh, guess what I heard on Sirius Radio?
What?
They have a Neil Young channel now. Look at that, Sirius going up against Spotify.
Well, see, we could have talked about this.
Yeah, everybody has already.
Well,
It's old news.
I know, but you have an opinion about it, right? Is your opinion old news?
Yeah.
What's your opinion on it?
If that's what... Listen, if that's... First of all, obviously Spotify's not going to go, hey, we're going to get rid of Rogan to keep Neil Young. But if that's what Neil Young believes, or if that's what he wants to do, do it. It's not a big deal. You know, no one gives a fuck. No one gives a fuck about all this.
No,
bullshit.
I think it's like you should have. You should be able to say things even if they're, not what the mainstream media wants you to say. That's like very important, I think. So
what Rogan's saying?
Whatever, yeah. Like you're allowed. That's what fucking freedom of speech is. Why are we allowing big companies and the government to tell us what we can listen to? That's bullshit. But I also believe that if you don't like what Rogan's saying, then that's exactly, and you believe that I don't like this company because of that, and you want to leave. I think that's great too. I think that's how the system should work.
I agree with everything Bonnie said. So she took the words right out of my mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, that's what it's all about. what she said. That's what it's about.
I don't know how this is making fun of me, but
I'm not. I'm agreeing. So
I don't get
have
it. No,
I'm not making fun
you
of you.
can tell by your voice.
I swear to
there's
God, I'm not
something,
making. No, I'm not making. I swear to God, I'm not making fun of you. If you have the freedom and power to pull yourself off of any, whatever.
Like when people say like, "Oh, I bet,"
Or don't
when
listen.
people make fun of them and say like, "Of course they're not going to fucking pull Rogan," for Neil Young. It's like, of course not. But you can still have integrity of character and say,
Yes.
"Well, I don't want to be there anymore."
Yes, I agree 100%.
It's not like necessarily has to be a threat me or
No,
him.
he's not doing that. He
Right.
wasn't doing that. He was just saying, this is not where I want to
Right.
work.
But then
Listen.
he went to Amazon Music, so
He did?
yeah, it's a bit dicey.
Oh. Well, all that shit, it's just bullshit news because they don't have real news and they'll do whatever news. No one cares. No one cares. It doesn't change anybody's lives in any way. Do you see what I'm saying?
No,
You don't
I know
see?
what's going to change my life is
What?
if you fucking close up this podcast.
I get it. Do you have big plans? We have a meeting today. I'll step it up for that, believe you me.
No, but the housekeepers are supposed to come and they haven't come yet.
Oh, all right. Hey, listen, it was a pleasure. Tune in next week to My Wife Hates Me podcast.
Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe and
Subscribe.
leave a comment. I don't know. That's what I've heard other podcasters say.
Yeah, do you think maybe we'll get a fucking read every now and then? Huh? How about a read?
Thank you.
Goodbye.
My Wife Hates Me was created and hosted by Rich Voss and Bonnie McFarlane. Executive producers Robert Kelly and Matt Kleinschmidt for the Laugh Button podcast. Subscribe to the podcast by visiting mywifehatesmepodcast.com.
Suicide pact, he's totally sober. She's not that drunk. He's really old and she's got some spunk. He's totally holy as an asinine bomb, and she's just a little less dumb. She really hates him, it's really true. But somewhere deep down, she loves him too.